Okay, Artie, you need to go. Because you're in trouble. You're in trouble. So you need to go lie down. You are not a good dog at that moment. You made bad choices, Artie. Alright. Let's do this talk that I scheduled so very many hours ago. Should we light this candle? There's a lot more stuff that says made in Mexico and China and Vietnam and all kinds of places that are not the United States. I don't know. I guess we feed a lot of people though. I don't know. Who knows what's real anymore? I think that's why so many people are struggling. All this stuff people have said is true has just turned out to be bogus. Complete falsities. Bullshit. So, the house looks good. Landlord's doing a walkthrough tomorrow. This is the first time she's ever warned me. You know it? It's like she shows up and does stuff around the family compound here. And then, I mean, I keep the place pretty orderly, you know, but then it's like, okay, bust out the vacuum, you know, clean the car, you know, the freaking. When we first moved in, I was doing it every 3 days, and I'm like, I don't got the energy to do that. And so, you know, I don't know. But a lot of people are feeling powerless, so you're going to start seeing where they're going to start being real controlling. Because they don't know, you know, because they feel powerless, so they want to control things that they can. I'm the tenant, you know. She'd come in here with the white glove, and it could be as clean as clean can be. And if she's in a bad mood, it ain't clean enough. But yet, what I've had to deal with and tolerate with since I've lived here, should be a trade-off, you know. But it's not. Nothing is. So, alright, let's do this. Hi, welcome to my stream. My name's Marge. I'm a Hale empath. I just like doing these little talks. How I feel about things. I don't think things are really going to change a whole lot for us because our belief system hasn't changed much, you know? It's the rest of the world that's starting to see how we've always seen things, right? That of and by itself is a little surreal to live in a world where, you know, people see the truth and the lies. Minnie, please don't. Mom, pet him. Don't be a brat, man. I know I'm trying to be extra patient with them. I'm just not. Because they're feeling all this energy too. I'm real sore. I started wearing my back brace. So, that's where I'm at. I called today's talk Stockyard because I was listening to a guy. He died in the last couple years. He's a truth seeker. That's what I'm saying. It's like you could speak truth all day long, but if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to live long enough on the planet to do any good. You know? So, let's see if I can't find the guys, if he's still in history, because I don't know what exactly is going on with the algorithm, but things are not showing up in history. Jordan Maxwell is the guy's name. And I listened to a talk earlier that he was talking about the Jesuits, and I was thinking about because when I moved from Omaha, get up there right now. Lie down. Lie down. They were talking about stockyards. And I was thinking about the stockyards that were in Omaha. And those things, looking at old pictures and stuff like that, those things took so much space in South Omaha there. They're not there anymore. There might be remnants here and there, but you can still smell the history of all the stockyards, right? And I started thinking about etymology, stock, like there's viable trades and practical skills that people can do, right? Yet there's people that can't do these things, and they created a system where they could make a lot of something out of nothing, or a lot of nothing out of nothing. Because money isn't nothing. Not money's reindeer. It's paper. It's a silly reindeer game, and that's what bureaucrats and these people that don't have practical skills they've done is they've designed these systems and created these systems where they can make something out of nothing, and so like cattle is like an industry like that. People don't need to eat. I don't care if people are vegetarian, eat meat. I don't care. That's people's personal autonomous preference. I just know that what they shouldn't be doing is eating as much as they do, right? Meat and potatoes, steak and eggs, all the, everything's, it should be in moderation. So they created this whole system with stockyard, cattle, stock, right? Stock. And then I started looking at the stock market, That's more of the same. That's creating some things out of really nothing. It's a reindeer made-up game, the stock market is. Thankfully it exists because, I know a lot of people that they, and the older I get, the more people, get up here. Get up there. I hear about, how people, their income is based on stocks and stuff like that. And so I'm glad. I'm not saying that. I don't think that it's like the system shouldn't exist or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is like I'm really starting to see where all these people have created all this wealth, all this revenue, And it's all based on the club. Everything's a club. Nobody's ever has even tried to convince me that it's not true. The thing of it is that when people benefit from the club, they're less inclined to speak out against the club. Yeah. I recently found out that somebody that I listened to went to San Francisco State. I'm like, that's a Jesuit university. You're in the club. You know what I mean? And these clubs have never, ever benefited me. So, I did make some notes. I was thinking about how more and more people are waking up. But I don't know what other people have in their algorithm. But in my algorithm, I have a lot of NFL people throwing temper tantrums, talking about how everything's rigged, And I'm like, that's funny that people think it's like that these men are just like, they're going out there with, and they're in their 40s and 30s, and they're just that athletic, and that they're that dedicated to being the best. No, they're they call them plays, for Christ's sake. They're called plays, and people think it's not scripted. I just think that's hilarious. But you got those diehards. No, don't talk bad about my sports. Don't you take my sports away from me. I don't have religion. I have watching grown-ass men play, throw a ball, and run. And boo taco, that's all I got. And the world is so gross. That's all I got left. Please don't take my sports. I was talking to somebody, my friend today. Come here. Come on. Ugh. Good job. And I said, I always looked at sports like that. Didn't matter if it was like I would watch it because I'd be around people that were watching it, and I'm just trying to make the best of it, and I'd sit there, and I'd pay it some mind, and whether it's football or basketball or I don't care what sport it is. It's all choreographed. It looks choreographed. And then, like, every now and again, the ref will blow the whistle so they can reset the stage. You know? Where do you want to be? I don't know. There's a lot of really, no good coming up, and I'm not really excited about seeing all these truckers going on this convoy down to the border. It's like, how long have we been purging people? Say ain't nobody mattered then. Now all of a sudden people are like, we gotta protect America. We can't let those people in this country, the ones that are willing to work. They might make us look bad. And what all these truck drivers that are going down to the southern border. Think about all the goods they aren't delivering because they're sitting down there waving a flag. Think about all the goods that aren't going to make it to a store. Or people that ordered shit, but that truck driver is down there going, oh, America, America. It's a setup. It's a sham. So, the Suburban. Yesterday, I never heard back from the shop for anybody to tell me what was wrong with it. Which wasn't normal practice. I don't care. I'm not, it's what it is. Time is divine when, things will happen when they're happen. I learned a long time ago when I was a little girl, I can't force nothing, man. I force stuff breaks, so I don't force stuff. I really make an effort not to anyway. I shouldn't say I don't, because sometimes I do. But I used to be the little bulldozer that would just push through, throw a tantrum, get your way. And I think that's what we're seeing in society. There's a lot of people who are like that, only I learned to grow out of it, and they learned to throw bigger tantrums. So I waited till about 8:17 this morning, and I finally called. And I talked to the lady, Dawn, and she said, well, there's on the intake valve, there's a heater, there's a plug from the heater that goes into it. And she said that's where they found that there's a problem. And if we pull it out, it'll be like $300 and something, and replace the heater cord, stuff like that. Now that price sounds high, right? But in order to do that, they're also changing all the gaskets that need to be replaced, right? Because gaskets don't last a long time, and gaskets and rubber and stuff like that wears out quicker, greater temperature differences, and I don't have a garage, so there's a great temperature difference, it's extreme. So we and she said, well, when I called this morning, she said, okay, I'm putting together your estimate right now, let me call you back. And so that tells me she didn't even get to my estimate yesterday, right? Because I called it too, and they said no, she hasn't gotten it to it yet. She's gonna go to lunch and then write it up. And I told her, I said, we're fine. I said, when she called back and she said, okay, if it's this, it's going to be like $348. I was like, okay, that's cool. Okay. That don't make my butt pucker too bad. I could, all right. I mean, it's like, I'm not breaking my back, right? Okay. Pay for convenience. All right. And then she said, now if it breaks, because they'd been known to break, then it's going to be like $948. And I was like, oh, snap, damn. I said, okay. She said, well, he's going to try real hard, and we're going to hope for the best, And I said, good, because You're about at my max limit right now. You're like at the top, right? You know, the one's doable, the other makes my butt pucker a little bit more. I didn't say that to her. And I said, but okay. And she said, well, I'll call you. You know, we'll probably have someone put hands on it in the morning, and I'll call you tomorrow. And I said, okay. I said, we're okay. I said, I'm not in any big old hurry or anything. You know, I just was really more concerned that if you're okay. I said, because I called yesterday about 2. They said you were gone to lunch, and then I was like, well, that's a weird time to go to lunch. You know, they close at 5, like come back and work 2. And then I was like, maybe she had a family emergency. I'm telling this woman this, right? Because and then so I said, well, I just hope everything's okay. And she was like, well, oh, okay, yeah, well, thanks, Marge. All right, well, we'll talk to you soon. I said, okay, talk later, bye. And then hung up. But it was like, I don't know, maybe I was making the whole thing up and completely wrong. But I think I hit on something. I was right about something. Anyway, what else is going on? So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. The world's just getting harder and harder to navigate because people aren't going by rules and regulations and policies and procedures. Everybody's going by, you know, I'm in charge and I feel like this, so this is how it's going to be, gosh darn it, because I said so, and don't you know who I am? How is that effective? I was talking to somebody today, and they were talking to, they know people that watch sports and stuff, and I know people that are totally into sports. Like, it breaks my heart to see how much people worship those false idols, you know? Like, they worship them, like people in tears. Oh my God, they haven't been in the Super Bowl in 30 years. Who fucking cares? You know, it's like people are dying on the streets, freezing to death. Don't got, you know, their flesh is rotten. They, you know, their teeth, they can't go to the dentist. They can't, you know, they don't got nobody to help them. They can't afford rent. They can't, all this stuff, like problems that should be a little bit more significant, and grown-ass adults are be like, boo-hoo, my team ain't going, you know? Eminem, who's, I think, is a little bitch anyway. I mean, you know, anyway, he is. And he's out there freaking, I'm so mad, I'm gonna flip off the other team. Dude, you are a grown-ass man, you know? Like, no wonder kids don't have role models. These grown-ass people are going around acting like little children. Of course, when are people supposed to grow up? Come on, Tuck. When are some people... Go, boy. Go lay down there. Go over there, lay down. When are people supposed to grow up when they're coddled and taken care of all the time? You know, I blame Generation X. I think they're a big proponent in that. They're highly responsible for having freaking their kids and then doing everything for them, and which don't do your kids no favors when you do everything for them. The role of a parent is to teach your kid how to sustain themselves and navigate through this world without being, you know, without freaking sucking on the tit of society too much. And I'm talking about bureaucrats too. I'm talking about politicians make $400,000 a year. They're sucking on bigger tits than fucking people on welfare and Social Security barely get $800 a month to live on. Good boy, Tuck. Come here. Come here. You want up here? Want up here? You can't get up there that way. You're gonna try it though, huh? Come on. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. You can sleep on the pile of clean laundry too. So yeah, I mean, like DC is like the most costly, expensive welfare system that exists. They make $200,000 a year. They keep giving themselves raises every year. So what is it, up to 240 now? So they make in a year what freaking military members when they die, what their family gets. It's like more than what a human life is worth. And they get it for the rest of your life, and they're all tax exempt. For what? Working half of the year, making freaking life hell for the rest of us. It doesn't seem like a real useful system, does it? Not to me. Not to me. Anyway, I think I've talked long enough. I just wanted to come on and see how other people were doing, because I know a lot of people are having a hard time because they don't got nobody to make them feel better. They're so used to say, "Oh, here, let me buy you this thing, or I'll take you to this place, or whatever, whatever to make you feel better," and all that stuff that people have been doing ain't working no more. They got to take more drugs to make themselves feel better. They got to take more booze to make all this stuff ain't working no more. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna turn inside, and maybe you could find yourself a connection with the higher spirit that can guide you and direct you and tell you, hey, don't be a scumbag, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't go around fornicating all over the place. That ain't gonna serve nobody. What would I know? That's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a rad day.